Most people don't know this, but many creators aren't even the ones who are messaging their fans. Behind the scenes, there are OF management agencies, an entire world. Some legitimate, many not, who take over the creators' messages, post for them, and aggressively push users to spend thousands of dollars. Some of these managers use tactics like faking intimacy to get more money, emotional manipulation, 24/7 messaging pretending to be the creator, pressuring models to post more explicit content, and taking 40 to 80% of the model's earnings. And if a model tries to leave, some agencies threaten to leak content, sabotage their account, or harass them into staying. Not all managers are like this, of course, but there are enough of them that the pattern cannot be ignored. Welcome back, guys. Today we are talking about the hidden puppeteers of OF, the girls' managers. Let me start off by telling you a true life story based on real people, but we're gonna call this girl Lena right now. Lena joined OnlyFans at 21 years old. She wasn't forced, she wasn't pressured, she thought it would be empowering. She thought it would be quick money. And at first, it was. Within a month, an agency reached out offering to scale her brand. They promised thousands of dollars in income and told her they'd handle everything. She trusted them, and that's when the spiral began. The manager started messaging subscribers pretending to be her. And this actually happens, guys. He posted things she never approved. He pushed her to go more explicit. Your numbers will die if you don't, he said. You're leaving money on the table. This is what your fans want, he continued to tell her. Soon, Lena wasn't even in control of her own identity. Every week, the agency asked for more photos, more explicit videos, more access, more time. When she tried to slow down, they said, you signed a contract. Stop complaining, and you owe us more content. They convinced her that she was nothing without them. By 24, she had made loads of money, but she also had panic attacks, shame, constant fear, and a digital trail she could never erase. The more she posted, the more she dissociated from herself. One day she woke up and said, I don't recognize the person in my own photos. That was the moment she left. It cost her thousands in legal fees, months of anxiety, and years of rebuilding her self-worth. Today, Lena says, I thought I was selling pictures, but I was selling pieces of myself. Researching for this video, I found a fascinating story of a real ex-OF model who shares her story of why and how she escaped the OF industry. Let's take a look.
So at this point, I had lost 2 streams of income. So I had lost the club and I had lost modeling. So I'm literally just running off of OnlyFans right now. And I was like, dude, this is so unfulfilling. And OnlyFans isn't as easy as it was back in the day when I first started. Like now girls have agencies, they have people running their accounts. It's like you have to be on OnlyFans 24/7 to be making money, and you have to be doing the most. You have to be going live and all this stuff. And so I had got an agency, and I had an agency for 2 months, and then I was like, no, this is not working for me. And it wasn't because I wasn't making money. It was because I didn't like the fact that so many people were seeing my content and they could do whatever they want with my content. And most of those agencies are ran by men. So if you are talking to an OnlyFans girl online and you're thinking you're talking to her 24/7 out the day, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you are talking to someone else. You are not talking to her. And sorry for the OnlyFans girls for bursting your bubble, but that's just, I'm over here spilling the truth, okay? So I was with the agency, then I stopped being with the agency, but I saw what they did differently than I did. Like they were literally on my account 24/7. And so I was trying to mimic that. And for a month I was able to do that, and I made pretty good money, but then I was so depressed. I was like, I can't believe I have to do all this for money. Like I was not fulfilled inside at all. Like I was struggling. Then where the real kicker came in was when me and my boyfriend broke up for the second time, and I decided to quit OnlyFans. I had no streams of income, and that's when I decided to leave it all up to God. I had been seeing on my timeline, I had been seeing on my TikTok like different sermons of Sarah Jakes, and then I had went to a dance class in LA because Some of the girls that I grew up dancing with, like at Bree Dance Studio, they teach at Playground. And there, after class, I stayed and I chatted with her, but she had someone else stay with her who was like another dancer in the class. And I had brought that up, and the dancer that I told you guys about, that stayed after class with my friend, she was like, what pastor do you watch? And I was like, I think her name is Sarah. And she was like, let me see. And she pulled up Sarah Jakes, and I was like, yeah, that's like the sermons I be watching. And she was like, girl, that's the church I go to. I was like, what do you mean go to? She's like, that church is out here. And so from then on, I started like watching the services online, but then I had got the courage to go to church with her. And ever since I went to church in person, like, I've been changing for real. Like, that community is so welcoming.
But the dark side of OF doesn't only affect the models, it also affects the viewer. The lonely viewer, the man or woman searching for something real and trying to fill that void with paid intimacy. Some subscribers spend hundreds, some spend thousands. In a video we'll watch in a few minutes, there is an OF manager who talks about a subscriber who spent $45,000 on one OF model. So this is a serious issue that we're dealing with. They spend this money not just for explicit content, but for the illusion of connection, the illusion that somebody cares, that someone is talking directly to them. But remember, often it's not even the creator responding. It's a manager, a stranger, a marketing strategy. And deep down, most people know it, but loneliness makes you ignore the truth. You're not weak, you're human. Humans need connection, and we are wired for it. This episode is not about judging anybody at all. Not the models, not the managers, not the subscribers. This is about recognizing the trap. If you're feeling addicted to OF, pornography, or the fantasy of online intimacy, you are not broken. You are not beyond help, and you are never alone. There are always real ways out. Therapy, counseling, sex addiction, support groups, accountability partners, cutting off triggers, building real-life relationships, and being honest about the emptiness you feel. Although small doses of watching OnlyFans or watching pornography may help you with sexuality or starting to learn about yourself, there is never a substitute good enough for human connection. That's the bottom line. A current OnlyFans manager shares his story on the popular YouTube channel Soft White Underbelly. His story is fascinating. He even regrets the things that he does, but he continues to do it for the money. Interesting story. Take a look.
I mean, it's I can't make a moral judgment on it. Obviously, I profit on it. And it is extraordinarily profitable. I think it's very difficult for me to come up with some reason. I've always been a make money at any cost kind of person. Mm-hmm. I've done worse things than produce pornography in order to pay the bills. It's hard for me to think of a rational reason why you wouldn't do it. If you are a young lady who has few other options. And certainly nobody that I work with could be making more money doing anything else. From that perspective, as a person who's pretty amoral about how people make their money, I really don't have any opinion or judgment. I think net from a societal perspective, it's probably quite bad. And I certainly...
Bad for society?
I would say so, yeah.
I'd agree, I think.
Well, there's really no good comes of it. Fundamentally, OnlyFans is an addiction-based industry. All of our largest clients, so for instance, on my most successful creator, she has a guy who in the last 90 days has spent roughly $45,000 on content. Again, this is all old, recycled content that's being presented as new to the subscriber. That's not an uncommon story. That's not an uncommon occurrence for people to spend thousands of dollars. And these are not wealthy men. This guy in particular, I think, is like ex-military. And so he's spending a majority of his income on OnlyFans for that sense of connection, for that sense of intimacy. Facilitating that it seems obvious to me that that's not doing anybody any good. From my perspective, I think that society is already heading in a direction that is so antithetical to the way that I want to live my life that I've dedicated this portion of my life to making enough money to not be anywhere near it. I don't think there's anything at the individual level that can really be done to fix it. And so my objective is to amass as many resources as possible in order to provide a place whether that's a compound or a homestead or something like that, for my family to be safe and for my future children to not have to be exposed to.
You don't have kids?
Not yet.
What if you had like a daughter or two and they were thinking about doing this?
Oh, absolutely not. No chance. Yeah, no.
At the end of the day, here is the truth that OF managers will never tell you. There is nothing more powerful, more fulfilling than human connection. In this day and age, we need it more than we ever have. Real touch, real intimacy, real laughter, real love. OnlyFans can simulate attention, but it can never simulate a heartbeat. It can never compete with genuine romance or authentic sexuality. No fantasy can replace a real person who chooses you back. Everybody deserves connection that doesn't disappear when the subscription ends. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope that you know you are loved. Go into this day with kindness, be kind to people, and be kind to yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.